Hey guys, and welcome back to World of Animals. So in today's video I'm going to show you an update of the jungle aquarium. We escaped that a few months ago and by now the plants just overgrew everything. It looks insane in my opinion, so let's get into it. This right here is the whole tank. So what we have in here are some lamb chop rasboras. I think it's about 11 in there, one Apistogramma agassizii and one bristlenose pleco and super red. And yeah, that's it. I used to have a male of the Apistogramma, but unfortunately it died. It just disappeared, I don't know why. He was doing pretty well, but yeah, that happens in the aquarium hobby, so can't change that. But yeah, as you can see, the plants really just went insane in here. And I'm dosing CO2 on this tank, as you might saw in the video of setting this tank up. And right now it's not running, but I will set up new CO2 in a few moments. And yeah, the moss, this is everything in here is Christmas moss. And it exploded. It's huge, it's growing really huge. And even though we have some hair algae in here, I don't really mind it because I think it looks more natural. And also the cryptocorynes are looking really good. We have some Hybocotyle tripacia in here, some fern, some S. repens, and all of these plants are doing pretty well. And even though this isn't a real high-tech aquarium, but let's have a closer look on everything in here. This big portion of moss right here is all weeping moss. I didn't use Christmas moss or spiky Java moss in here, but it grows kind of similar to other types of moss. And yeah, this might be the case because I didn't really trim it back at any time. So now we have this big massive ball of moss right here, and down there it even grew different to that, so it just grew upwards to the surface. But usually weeping moss grows downwards, like hanging from a tree branch or anything like that. So what we can see here is that every aquarium or every tank has a certain impact on the way plants are growing. And in this case, it grows bushy, and I like that a lot. So in this portion we don't have any algae, but on the left side of the tank we have some algae in between the moss, but the moss still is doing pretty good, which I'm happy about, because it just looks awesome in the tank and fish do love that. Right next to it we have the Cryptocoryne vendettae, I think. And this is a different type of color in this tank, so I value it a lot. I like the red greenish look of it, or darker green, and also I like that is in the front. So we have another color in the front here, and the back is bright green, which gives this tank a really nice look. Also down here we have a type of Marsilia, not really fast growing carpeting plant, but in this case it overgrew the whole ground underneath the moss and the other plants, because it doesn't really require much light. So it does pretty well even though it doesn't get that much light down there. And also we have many snails living in here, because I used to feed the Sarah Oniptabs, and there's always much left over. It's maybe looking like this with the algae here too, because many nutrients fall down here, and the snails can get it and the algae as well. And on this side we have the S. repens, Staurogyne repens, and a Bolbitis fern. The fern isn't doing that well, I admit that, but it's still growing. It has some newer leaves here and there growing upwards, so it's basically still alive, so I keep it in there. It doesn't look that bad. And yeah, for the fish in here we have these Lambchop rasboras, as I mentioned in the intro. And yeah, I tried to get them to breed in here, but I think they require different water parameters. I mean, this water is kinda acid. Its pH is about 6, and we have much moss in here, so they can lay the eggs in there. But yeah, maybe they eat their own eggs or fry, or maybe the snails eat those, or yeah, the water parameters aren't correct in here. There's one of the rasboras not looking that good. I think it was sick, but it got cured and now it needs some more food. But the rest of them are looking really good. I like the orange color, they're looking great. And somewhere in here we have the Apistogramma agassizii female that I have left over. She also looks pretty nice. She has bright colors for a female Apistogramma and eats without any problems. Just the one thing about that is that I don't have any male, but I'm not sure if I want to buy another male or maybe catch her out and replace her with another cyglet. But we will see that in the future. Alright, that's actually it for today. I just wanted to give you an update on the tank we set up so you can have a look on it and see how it did with the time. And hopefully you liked it. If you did, leave a like and a comment, and of course subscribe if you want to. And we see us on the next video. Stay tuned.